What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Essence of Lex. Thank you for joining me again on my bloom journey. And if you clicked on this video, there's no introduction needed. We're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. Angela showed Fatima a picture where it looks like Zach and Karen are kissing. If they didn't kiss, they are close to kissing, but they are definitely in each other's personal space when they shouldn't be that close to each other at all. They should have no reason to be that close to each other. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. On my theories and who I think took the picture and how this all plays out. So Angela shows Fatima this picture. This picture that is from supposedly a friend of Angela's. Now this friend of Angela took the picture and she sent it to Angela and gonna say, is this the man your friend dating? Immediately, so many questions came into my head. One, so Zach and Fatima just known around the city, huh? This woman who, how it's going and how this story is being told, do not know Fatima. Don't know her like that. I guess she just know of her. This woman that knows of Fatima, knows Fatima is dating Zach, but don't know that Karen is his ex. Fatima was asking the right questions. She was, but she stopped. You know, she asked, who is this friend and how well do you know this friend? And is your friend, you know, do she like drama and all this type of stuff? So Fatima was asking, she started off asking the right questions, but to me, she didn't continue with asking the right questions. She started off with the right approach, but she should have definitely kept going with more questions because it seemed like every question that Fatima was asking Angela, Angela wasn't giving the answer that I would have been satisfied with. I would have been like, so what's your friend name? Where you know your friend from? How your friend know that that's my man? How your friend know me? Matter of fact, call her. Call your friend. We ain't even got to do this he say, she say stuff. Let's just call her right here, right now. Call her right now. Let's talk to this friend. Let me hear the details from start to finish. Angela, you just don't show me a picture like that without having any context with it. Like, did you immediately see this picture and just rush down to show me? Or did you ask more questions? It's giving messy. First question is, was Angela wrong for showing Fatima this picture? And I'm going to go with no. She's not wrong for showing Fatima this picture. In a real life situation, if this happens, and if you see this, you're going to go show your friend. Okay, cool. I get that. What I don't like from Angela is very little details was given. You know, if I was Fatima, when Angela showed me that phone, I would have tapped seeing the contact name that was in Angela's phone. It's like, when you see a picture like that, I need all of the details. I need to know your, like, I just went over all that. Like, Angela wasn't saying nothing. She just kept saying a friend. Angela, are you running your mouth to this friend about my business? So she's not wrong for showing Fatima the picture, but she definitely is wrong in being messy by not doing the research. Because it seems like Angela saw the picture and just ran with it. She didn't ask no questions or anything like that. And for me, and to me, on that part, that is messy. Not only that, when you think about it, yeah, Angela don't hate Zach, but she also is not, I don't think she's a very big fan of Fatima being with Zach, of them being together. And especially at this point, since her man like Zach, I don't know which angle she could be coming from. You know, I'm kind of side-eyeing Angela right now because it's a very messy situation. Because even though Angela wasn't at the salon, this friend is at the salon and saw how this played out. She saw how this played out and she saw the kiss on the cheek. So how did that equate to her taking a picture at that angle and sending it to Angela? Messy. It's like Angela created her own narrative and just ran with it, you know? And I don't like that. You know, Angela has very messy tendencies. I'm definitely side-eyeing her right now. It's very much given that you've been talking about Fatima and Zach to this friend. And that's just an assumption, but a pretty good assumption if you ask me. Who took the picture? Y'all comment down below and let me know your theories about who took this picture. In order for this storyline to make sense, it has to be one of three scenarios to me. Belinda is this friend, but Angela don't want to tell Fatima that Belinda is the friend that sent it to her. 2, Karen set this all up. In order for that to work as well, she still would have to be, you know, in cahoots with Belinda. So that's leading me back to my option number 1, which is this involves Belinda. Or 3, it could be the guy that Hayden has watching Zach. But there wasn't any guys in that shop. I didn't see a guy in that shop at all. So I'm not really sold on that theory, but that definitely could be a theory. You never know. That's just my perspective, because I just don't see how coincidentally this friend of Angela, her first time at this salon, it's just so many coincidences that's happening, and it's just not out of the blue to me. Somebody is setting my boy Zach up and we need to get to the bottom of this. Or will we ever get to the bottom of this? You know, sometimes Tyler Perry like to throw stuff out there, you know, to create this problem, but we never really get down to the truth of it. Like, we still don't know who charged Karen credit card. We do know they did go into it and said it was a client, but that was it. They didn't go into any more details than that. We might not never know who took the picture. We might have to just take it for what it is, and Angela's friend took the picture. But right now, in order for the storyline to make sense to me, you know, it has to be one of those 3 theories. So, you know, after Fatima saw that picture, her mind is messed up. You know, anytime Fatima is not on her A game at work, something is truly bothering her. And Andy knows that. So Andy comes in to check on Fatima because she had been calling her and she wasn't answering the phone. So she's trying to figure out what's going on with Fatima or whatever. And before she went into the details or whatever, because Andy just kept pressing, before Fatima went into the details or whatever, she was like, Andy, if I tell you this, you cannot tell Karen type stuff. And I wish Fatima just would have went with her first mind and not told Andy anything. And Andy indeed promised Fatima that she wouldn't tell Karen. So Fatima showed Andy this picture. And I want to point out again that it indeed looked like they were kissing, about to kiss, or had already kissed. It was a bad angle. From Fatima's perspective, it do look like they kissed. This is from Fatima's perspective now. Us as the viewers, we know how this played out. The people in the shop know how it played out. Fatima doesn't. I'm saying that because I'm going to make a point later on. So that's one. So, of course, that got Fatima mind wondering. Not only that, Zach has not contacted her at all this day. Zach did not contact her at all. Call, text, nothing. So now, even on top of that, Fatima's mind is wondering even more and probably thinking all types of messed up things in her head. I'm with Fatima on this. I'm definitely with Fatima on this, because normally Zach would pop up or call her. Whether it's good or bad, Zach is going to pop up at that office, or he's going to call her on her cell phone. Or even sometimes there's been occasion where he's called her on the office phone. So I am definitely with Fatima on this. It's kind of crazy that you haven't. Again, a coincidence, because he didn't do anything, but it's definitely got her mind wondering. It's like when he went to see that lawyer the very first time, he came to her office and talked to her about what happened at the lawyer. I can see why Fatima's mind is wondering, because Zach gonna pop up on him. He gonna pop up on her. We know that. So Fatima's mind was all over the place, so she told her to go home and talk to Zach. So now here's the question. Is Fatima overreacting? You know, from the different responses I've seen on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, just social media in general, you know, I've seen some responses to where they think she's overreacting. I've seen some responses where, you know, people don't think she's overreacting. So I know a lot of things are really a perspective thing. So, you know, as always, I'm going to give you my perspective on this. No, she's not overreacting. She's not overreacting at all. I don't think some people are separating the fact between how we know the scene played out versus Fatima's perspective. From Fatima's perspective, she wasn't at that salon, so she don't know the outcome of Zach going to the salon. Also, to throw in on top of that, Zach has not contacted her at all today, which is unusual for him. To throw more into the mix, the last time Zach went to that salon, you know, well, maybe not the very last time, but there was one time where Zach popped up at that salon and they was back there in that office going in. So from Fatima's perspective, I do not think that she's overreacting at all. Honestly, I think she is surprisingly calm about this. For Fatima, I think she is surprisingly calm about this. I don't know why people think, you know, And not everybody, just a few people I saw. I don't know why people think that she was just supposed to ignore the picture or not have any feelings about it or whatever the case may be. This, like I said, is from Fatima's perspective. You have to think of this from Fatima's perspective, or put yourself in this situation. You are on the other end of the situation and you don't know what happened when you wasn't around. But now you have this picture of your significant other, which appears to be a kiss that happened or is in motion or whatever the case may be. How would you act if that was you? So no, I do not think that she is overreacting at all. And those of you who are saying that she is insecure, stop it. And again, this is my perspective, but I think it's more so trust issues and not insecurity, because there's a big difference. There's a big difference between trust and insecurity. Fatima is definitely secure about who she is as a woman. No denying that. But because Zach's situation is too familiar to her, she's hesitant about fully trusting him. And who can blame her? You know, like she said when she told him that she wasn't okay, is that, you know, she's learned to just watch and listen and pay attention. So right now, that's what she's doing. She's paying attention. Like I said, who can blame her? Every time Fatima starts being vulnerable and every time Fatima, you know, seems to let that guard down another level, boom, something else happened. Something else happened to put her back at square one. She just told him earlier that day that she trusts him. And then now, boom, here go this picture. Where again, I keep pointing out, because a lot of people are forgetting that from her perspective, it looks like they are kissing. Even if we throw out the kissing aspect of it, why are they that close up on each other? Why are they in each other's personal space like that? Again, that goes back to boundaries, like I said in my last video. I think people need to truly understand the term insecure, because I hate when a person calls you insecure for addressing a situation that might make you unhappy or addressing something that indeed happened. But now you're throwing up insecure in my face. It doesn't make me insecure because I'm addressing an event or something you said or did or whatever the case may be, because I'm addressing it. And all honesty, and in this situation, and knowing that she has been here before with her ex and probably even previous exes or whatever the case may be, I think she hasn't flipped out like she can. It's because a part of her do trust Zach. A part of her do, you know, want to give him a chance to explain himself. That's why she told Angela she wants to look him in his eyes. Speaking of eyes, baby, Fatima got a death stare out of this world, baby. Fatima got a death stare out of this world. But we're not going to get into that right now. We're going to get into it in my next review and recap of episode 17. So y'all stay tuned for that. We're going to talk about this look. This look where Zach needs to be running. All right, what else I want to talk about? Andy. Andy told Robin that when she has been burnt, she's out. And I've been watching the show. I've been watching the show since season 1. And I just want to know, how many times have Gary burnt Andy? How many times? We can count on more than one hand, probably more than 2 hands. I almost fell out my bed when she said that, because I was like, so how many times have Gary burned you and you keep running back and taking him back? Gary has burned you over and over and over again. Not to mention, the reason you say that you're entertaining him is so that he doesn't sue you, which that doesn't make any sense. But hey, that's your reasoning behind it. Why can't you give Robin a chance? Why? Because you might have not liked the way Robin came at you, and I don't even like the way that Robin came at you. But every time you ask Robin for a favor, he's there to help you out. Robin deserves another chance. Matter of fact, Robin deserves 1.5 million chances. That's the amount of money he gave her, right, to get Sabrina out on bail, right? Robin deserves 1.5 million chances. That's not no money you just throw around for somebody. I really would like for Andy and Robin to explore. I just want Andy to explore anybody else other than Gary at this point. That's the truth. But I really do like Robin. He seems like a good guy so far. But speaking of Andy, she let Maurice and Sabrina have it. You know, Maurice is in jail and he getting smart with Sabrina and getting smart with Andy. He in jail tripping out and Andy had to set him straight. You know, she basically just told him, you know, you're Sabrina's friend. Sabrina is my friend. So I'm not required to help you. I don't have to help you. So basically tone all that down a little bit. Redirect that somewhere else. Rightfully so. Because at the end of the day, Maurice, you're in jail because of you. I think Sabrina truly do care about Maurice and, you know, getting him out. But I think that this prosecutor, you know, has scared her even more. Because it's like she's walking around. It's like she's walking on her tiptoes every time she talks to Maurice so that he doesn't flip on her. You know, at this point, Sabrina, you know you didn't do anything. So you only have to trust that in the end, you know, everything is going to work out the way that it's supposed to work out because you didn't do anything. So, but she's definitely walking on eggshells around Maurice. And Andy had to set her straight too. She basically told him, you know, I know that this is not your fault, but I'm not required to help Maurice. I'm going to try my best to help Maurice because of you. But please know that I don't have nothing else to give at this point. And he told Sabrina, I gave everything I had to get you out of jail. Like, do you know how much your bail was? Outrageous. Yes, it is. But I still gave everything I had nonetheless to make sure that you was out. And I know Sabrina would have been sitting in jail if it was me. All right. Moving on. What else happened in this episode? Hayden has found the one, y'all. Hayden has found Tamara. He's found the one. The one that is using him. The one that Fatima has put in place as her muse. As they said in the episode, Hayden and Gary are two peas in the pod. And Hayden had to break it to Gary, like, you know, we are doing the same thing over a woman. And yes, Gary, y'all are doing the same thing. The only difference is Fatima was never Hayden's. So his delusional and the extreme that he's going to make Fatima and Zach miserable, that's on a whole other level because this woman was never his. But all in all, Hayden and Gary is doing the same thing. And Gary just don't even realize it. Which is why I am rooting for Andy and Robin. Y'all think Andy should give Robin another chance? What do y'all think? Do y'all like Andy with Robin or with Gary? But that's my review and recap of episode 16. Make sure y'all stay tuned for my review and recap of episode 17. We're going to get into Fatima, Dexter, and Zach. All I got to say is, you better run for cover. I'll see y'all in my next review and recap.